Welcome back to Up North at 4. Joining us now, we got Robin from Lotus Salon and
Good
Kathy
afternoon.
from NAMI Northern Lakes, which seems like a weird partnership on paper until you learn the purpose of your trip today. Cut the Stigma, which is a really cool event that the two organizations are holding this Saturday. Robin, what's going on here on Saturday?
This Saturday from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. we are doing haircuts for the price of a donation at Lotus Salon on Brown Street in Rhinelander. And we're asking that for whatever you choose to donate, we will cut your hair and all proceeds will go to NAMI, Northern Lakes. And everybody's welcome to stop in, whether or not you get a haircut. We're asking that you just stop in, find out what NAMI is about. They offer a lot of services to 3 counties in the North Woods, and they provide free counseling. So with that said, if you'd like to talk with Kathy, who is here representing NAMI, she can let you know just exactly what NAMI does for the North Woods.
Yeah, and I was going to say, Kathy, we've had folks from NAMI on the show numerous times, and I think the work that your organization does, not just in the North Woods, but it's nationwide.
Right.
It speaks, I think it just speaks volumes to how much like people are there to look out for you. And I guess in a nice way, this event is sort of a way to kind of give back to that, right? So how did this partnership kind of develop between Lotus and NAMI here?
Well, it's interesting because Robin joined us on our fundraising committee a couple years ago, Robin?
Before COVID?
Yeah, before COVID.
A few years ago, right?
Yeah, a few years ago.
Weirdly, time flies.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she had the insight about NAMI, and she is also a hairdresser at Lotus. So tying those two things together, and it's in her heart to, you know, be concerned about mental illness. And so she suggested it to Sarah and it got the ball rolling. So
and here we are a few years later.
Exactly, yeah.
And taking it back a notch, you know, NAMI, what is NAMI? Obviously it involves mental illness, getting rid of that stigmatism that is mental illness.
Correct.
Is that the main focus of NAMI?
Well, of course, getting rid of the stigma and making it more of an acceptable thing to go treat, because I think that's the cause of not being treated, because there's the stigma. Yeah. So NAMI in general is designed to help anyone with mental illness or behavioral problems, and so that's our main goal. And a few years ago, we opened up a drop-in center to help some of our individual adults, anyone over 18, that has the behavioral or mental issues. And so that has been our focus, one of our focuses, to help those individuals in the drop-in center. But we also do things like family-to-family and peer-to-peer sessions. And we go out to the high school and talk about the stigma to kind of help that, lessen that stigma. And all those things are important to open up the doors for people to ask for help.
Yeah.
That's interesting that you do that with high school kids, because to stop at the drop-in center, it's 18 or older, you have to be legal age. So to start when they're in high school, by offering or letting them know that these services are available at a younger age, maybe they'd open up to their parents more, which would be beneficial, because a lot of kids don't want to say anything to parents.
And I was going to say, at the beginning of the show, we talked about that 5th grade girl who's now the kid governor of Connecticut. Her platform is literally mental health resources within the classroom. So it's really cool to see that younger generation start to kind of take that, I don't want to say responsibility, they accept it as like, hey, this is a thing that a lot of people deal with, and we can kind of change it now.
There's no stigma to it. It's an issue that we can help people with, right?
Yeah, right.
And I get it. And it's just one of those things where I'm curious, the kind of people who stop into the drop-in clinic, right? So what are they experiencing? Is it just thoughts of wanting to hurt themselves? Is it across the gamut? You know, someone who's watching now who thinks, oh, having a bad day, do they stop in, or where does that start?
Well, it could be anything from a severe anxiety, a social anxiety especially. It could be bipolar issues, schizophrenic issues. You know, it runs the gamut. And some of those, the social thing is so important, because the more isolated you are, the more your mental illness is going to flare up. So having like-minded and, you know, all of us in this together at the drop-in center gives them peers that they can talk to.
Absolutely.
And talking to peers about their issues also sets up a support system amongst themselves.
Yeah.
And then they get like strategies of how to handle this issue, how to handle another issue from their peers, which
goes a long way, I would assume.
Goes a long way. Not that we don't have somebody facilitating that. You know, we have Linda Jacobson has been wonderful for facilitating that.
Well, we love all the work that you folks do at NAMI and, of course, what you do at Lotus as well. And actually, I kind of wanted to have a little bit of fun here. This is going to be a very fun event on Saturday at the end of the day. And I have some hairstyle ideas for Jeff. I kind of want to hear your two thoughts on these, all right?
Okay.
Does that sound good? We're going to take a break, though, first. When we get back, we're going to go over this, all right? Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome to my world.
On Up North at 4.
That always works.
Welcome on back to Up North at 4. We're hanging out with Robin and Kathy from Lotus Salon and NAMI Northern Lakes because together the organizations are holding Cut the Stigma, which is an open house event at the salon on Saturday from 10 until 2. So with the cost of a donation, you can show up, get your hair cut, right? Before I go any further, though, Kathy, I did want to ask, are there any specific items or things you're looking for when it comes to donations? Or is it open to anything?
Oh, well, we'd love to have you think about the cost of a normal haircut when you do that. Because if you're going to get a haircut, you have to pay for it anyhow. But that's not necessary. It's not a requirement. Anything that you're able to donate, that would be great because it is an open house also.
Are there items that you'd accept that might be necessary at the drop-in center? Are there things you need that somebody might be able to provide?
Postage is always something we can provide because we have a lot of mailing to do.
I would not have thought of that.
Postage is a really big thing for us.
Okay.
We're going to be having our gala coming up in April, and we'll be needing to send out invitations on that. So that would be an amazing thing.
Somebody come through.
Paper products. We're always needing paper or ink for our machine. Our copying machine.
There we go.
And then, of course, just the normal sundry things, you know.
Whatever under the sun, right, Kathy?
Exactly.
Well, if you're like me or like Jeff, you're looking maybe a little shaggy right now. It's been a while since I got my hair cut. I'm saying that. I don't care if you agree with me, Jeff. So
Here we go.
Scoured the internet today to find some awesome hairstyles that I felt like would look really good on Jeff. And so, Robin, seeing as how this is your area of expertise, I kind of want to hear your thoughts.
On a scale of 1 to 10, sure.
Okay. So we're going to kind of go through these hairstyles now. The first one here, we're bringing back a classic, Robin, all right? The mullet.
This is good.
So this is good.
Jeff's hair isn't long enough in the back, but we can provide extensions. So the length isn't even
I'm glad you brought that up because I even superimposed Jeff's face onto this model here. Just to kind of give a visual of what the mullet would look like on Jeff. And I think you could pull it off if we get the longer hair in there. What do you think?
Let's see what the second choice is.
I'm
You're
not
sure.
sold on the mullet yet.
I don't think Jeff is sold on the mullet.
Jeff's never sold
Can
on
I come to work tomorrow with a mullet? Like, I don't know if that'll work.
I think it'd be allowed. Why not?
I think for Halloween it would be good.
So this next one is an iconic hairstyle from the TV show Jersey Shore back in the day, all right? DJ Pauly. Everyone always called it like the Reese's Pieces or the Reese's Cup because it kind of looked like that from the side. And I feel like Jeff could kind of dip into his Jersey roots a little bit here. What do we feel about this hairstyle on Jeff Weller?
I could do this.
This is better. I think
better.
This is better. This one has possibilities. And I think with the length of your hair and enough styling product, we could do this.
Yeah,
like a
look
whole
at me,
can
Jeff.
of gel goes in there?
Jeff, just look at me for a moment. If we just took this and went straight, like we could do something with that. All right. So option 2 is on the table here.
That's a possibility.
All right. That's
viable.
Good. That's good. All right. This next one, though, I think is my favorite of them all.
Oh, no.
I've got the beard. Jeff really doesn't. So what if instead of doing the facial hair, we did the facial head hair type mustache thing?
I've never seen this look before, ever.
This would look great. I've even got a picture of Jeff with this look on. Come on, Jeff. That's money. That's money.
I've never seen this look either. And with that said, I'd like to try this.
No. Yes. Thank you, Robin. Jeff.
It's like you have two mustaches.
You could be a trendsetter, Jeff. You could be the new wave of men's hairstyle and fashion.
No, thanks.
We're gonna try to convince
The
him.
second one, though, I'll do the cupcake.
The cupcake?
What is it, Reese's? Or,
The Reese's cup?
Yeah.
Well,
I think we're onto
we could do that.
We all
could
agree
get
on that
enough
one?
product in and get enough lift going that I think it'll be fun
It's doable.
to do.
It is
It's
doable.
doable.
Says it's doable.
It's doable.
It's doable.
With the
so
length
we'll
I
make
have
it
now?
happen.
I think so.
Okay.
Well, I'm willing to give it a go.
Will you do
Hey.
it with me?
You're already almost there.
I don't know
It's
if
for
we
a
sold
good
Kathy
cause.
on it. I don't know if we sold Kathy. But cut the stigma, though. This event, open house, Saturday, 10 till 2. It's
Yes.
at Lotus Salon and Spa. So seriously, go check it out. It's all
What is
for
the address there?
It's all
The
for a
address
great
of
cause.
Lotus Salon is 235 North Brown Street. We're on the same block as the police and fire department.
Can't miss it.
Right across the street from the Lutheran Church. You can't miss us.
Perfect.
Love
Well,
it.
thank the two of you for coming on the show and for doing
Thank
all
you.
the work that you do. In the meantime, though, we are going to take a break and up north at 4. Be right back after this.